Today on the channel, the $1 Million Man, Legend Series 9, Ted DiBiase. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mattel WWE Elite unboxing. And today, we're opening up the regular traditional version, Legend Series 9, $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. You guys watch my channel all the time, I'm sure, and you guys probably saw me unbox the Chase Edition, which I have right here. I got this sent to me via Target online on my Target pre-order. A very, very solid figure in the old silver and purple suit. Really like this one a whole lot, but I needed the black one still. And if you guys saw my recent figure hunting video, you guys saw me turn the corner and bam, there's Legends Series 9, the whole wave just chilling on the shelf with our old buddy Ted sitting up front. So I was pretty happy to find this Ted in his more famous, I guess we'd call it, black costume. It's a little bit more famous. This is a pretty famous one as well. This one's obviously very famous in its own right, and we've had many figures over the years based on this figure. So we're going to open this one up, but then we're going to do a little history lesson of Ted DiBiase in his black suit. We're going to walk through all the figures that are in my collection that represent him in the black suit. Not just this Mattel one. We're going to go back to the LJN, the Hasbro, some Jakks, some Mattel. We'll look at it all. So first, we'll do it like we usually do. We'll look at the packaging, open it up, talk about it, and go from there. So we know the Legends Series 9, the Legends packaging. We know it very well by now, that traditional brown. Got the Legends logo, Ted DiBiase down there, Elite up top. There he is with his briefcase, extra set of hands, got the belt, got the extra heads. I talked about it in the last unboxing. I really like that they have two heads with this one. So it truly makes it a different figure when you get the Chase. Said it before, all Chase figures should have two heads to make a little bit of pointed difference, make everybody buy both of them, or at least more people buy both of them. I know for me, I'm going to have one head on the silver one that I have right here, kind of the laughing one. The more stern one will be on this black figurehead. That works out great. You put the $1 Million belt with the black one, put the Jakks Deluxe Aggression World title with the silver one, and bam, it's like I have two separate figures. It just works out very well. So I like that a lot. Hopefully Mattel continues that. There's old Ted on the side, and Ted on the side again. Nothing too fun up top. You got the True Effects. A lot of fun warnings down there. Don't put it in your mouth. Don't swallow the $1 Million belt. You got a little blurb there. We'll read that again. There's a little glamour shot. And you got the whole lineup down below. Let's see what it says about old Ted DiBiase. Titles: the $1 Million Champion, World Tag Team Champion, of course, with IRS. Memorable moment: judging by his diabolical cackle, the $1 Million Man proves that money can buy happiness. He even used his bottomless bank account to buy the WWE Championship. When that didn't work out as planned, he just paid for his own custom title, the $1 Million Championship. So why is he so happy? Because everybody has a price for the $1 Million Man. And whenever I think of Ted DiBiase, I think of my dad and his dad having that hot feud back in the day when my dad was a kid. My dad helped him hang a bunch of signs for the local wrestling matches in his small town he grew up in. And then old Iron Mike DiBiase stiffed my dad and his buddy on the payout and pretended like he didn't know anything about him. Something like that. Maybe my dad could tell that story one of these days. But my dad had a grudge against $1 Million Man just because of that over the years. So there you go. Let's get him open here. That familiar Legends packaging there. See you later. I had a buddy growing up, my buddy Scott. His grandpa used to always say that Ted DiBiase, if he just wasn't blinded by the money, he'd be able to go for that world title. He'd be, the money just blinds him. I love stories like that. And truer words, I don't know if have ever been spoken. There's the old plastic prison shot. Extra hands, extra head. Got the briefcase. And then you got Ted. I love that they display him in the package with the title belt over his shoulder. Just little things like that are really cool, especially for you Min On Card guys. Which you guys know, I'm a Min On Card guy at heart. Whoa. See you later. Almost lost Ted. I like it. He's got the rubber band around it to kind of keep it in place. I'm going to leave that on there for now. Very solid. Very sad Ted DiBiase. Just looks like he's down in the dumps. Ted DiBiase. This is the one where his 401k dropped overnight, I think. So they had to have down in the dumps, Ted DiBiase. We're going to put him on a Ringside Collectibles stand. You guys know Ringside Collectibles, they have the best stands in the game for Marvel, you name it. Use them for everything. Use discount code Kyle, save 10%. So there it is. We got both of them together. Similar but different, as they say. But I love having 2 extra heads. You could just make 2 different figures. It's like these were in 2 different lines, not the same line. I think that is super neat. And I said it earlier, I'll say it again. Mattel, when your Chase figures come out, put 2 heads with every Chase figure. That way it's 2 different figures at the end of the day. I think that is just a genius idea. I hope that's something that continues down the line. We'll see. We do got this briefcase here. We talked about that before. Same briefcase. It does open up, which is cool. You can't really put the belt inside there, though, I don't believe. It would fold it up, mess it up pretty good. The laughing head is nice. I like that one better, but I'm keeping that on my silver one. Going to have Ted with the more stoic face in his black suit. So, okay, there's those 2. There's the Legends Series 9. Let's do a little something different here. Let's look at some other Ted DiBiase's. We'll try to go in somewhat of an order. How about we'll look at the old LJN? This was where I started collecting wrestling figures. I had this one as a kid, and then had to recently bought this, if you guys saw on the channel, probably last summer, summer 2020, I picked this guy up. One note on this Ted DiBiase, one of the hardest figures of the LJN line to find in good mint shape. Usually his face is tore up pretty good. His knuckles are tore up pretty good. This one is very solid. I got a little bit of knuckle problems on mine, a little bit on money, but his face is perfect. So that's very hard to find in this day and age. So you got him right there. After the LJNs, we moved on, and I was deep into collecting, playing with my toys. I was all in on LJNs. I had almost every single one, as you guys know, as a kid. Then we moved on to Hasbro. Absolutely love the Hasbro. I know some people did not like this Ted DiBiase figure. I liked it a lot, but some people didn't like that he was in his black suit. People said, hey, we want him in ring gear. I do understand that, I guess, more now, but as a kid in the Hasbro line, it never bothered me with these guys being in, Roddy Piper being in his kilt, or LOD with the shoulder pads on, or Ted in his suit, or his green suit that he had. That never bothered me once. I don't know why. I guess I just could suspend disbelief when I was playing with them, but it didn't hurt me feelings or anything. The Smoking Guns wearing the hat, or the Undertaker with the hat on. Never bothered me. I don't even remember thinking about it as a kid. As a kid, the only Hasbro I remember not liking was the Ric Flair. I was such a big Ric Flair fan. I wanted a really cool figure, and that figure just skinny, looked old. It's one of the worst positions. It's the old Rick Rude position, 1, 2, 3 kid position. Just absolutely hated that figure. I remember using my WCW Ric Flair in place, and I kind of mixed those guys up a little bit here and there. So that's what we had. But then we also, from Hasbro, we had the Fun School edition. So I do have a Fun School Ted DiBiase. You can tell, got like an orangish face. You can definitely tell about the bronze $1 million belt. Same figure, but a little different, a little cheaper plastic, but the Fun Schools are really cool. I picked that along my travels back in the day. I don't even know when I got that one, but I did pick that up back in the day. So there's a few different versions of the black suit DiBiase. And then we go to my favorite Ted DiBiase figure of all time. If I had to say, if somebody said, Kyle, what's your favorite Ted DiBiase figure ever made? This is what I would show them. I think this is the classic, the best version of Ted DiBiase ever made. You guys can tell me in the comments what you think. But for me, it's the Jakks Deluxe Aggression Classic Superstar Toys R Us exclusive Ted DiBiase. This is the most iconic Ted DiBiase figure to me. His best black suit figure and his best figure ever, if you ask me. The Jakks Deluxe Aggression Classic Superstars title belts, the best title belts ever. I don't care if we're talking Jakks, Mattel, Hasbro, whatever. They had the best detailed, the best title belts. This $1 million belt here is the best $1 million belt ever made. There's no argument in my mind on that one. I love this figure. It doesn't really scale. It's a little bit bigger than your traditional 6-inch figure, so it doesn't scale super good, but it's just solid. I love it. They got the laughing head. Just an awesome figure. I wish I had a loose one with this. I do know that this one does suffer from that Jakks unfortunate sticky disease on the back of his jacket especially, so that's unfortunate. But I got one mint on card, and if I ever come across a loose one at a good price, I'll probably pick it up. After that, before we got this new Legends one, the last black suit version was the Mattel entrance grates. If you guys remember way back in the day to the entrance grates, there's the old Ted DiBiase with a soft goods suit, which doesn't really work very well. For soft goods, I love soft good jackets and stuff like that, but it's just too much when you get a whole costume as soft goods. So I don't know. I think it only works for jackets, stuff like that. It's a little interesting on here. It doesn't look as good as, say, this one with all the hard plastic on it. But that's my opinion once again. This does play his theme song. Let's see if it still works. So it's slowing down a little bit as these do. Obviously, the batteries in here, they degrade over time like any toy out there. That's unfortunate, but I'm not going to open it up to do that. But I do have a complete entrance grade mint on card set. I like that line, even though these are traditionally basics. A lot of people think these are elites. They are basics figures, at least in the first batch. The entrance grade line did come back later on with Kurt Angle, Elias, Goldberg. Those were elite figures of those. But the original sets, they were basic figures. That's a note that maybe some people don't know out there. A little Mattel secret. So there you go. There's a little Ted DiBiase over the years. I figured we'd talk a little bit about some of this other stuff and some of my favorite DiBiase figures, just because we did unbox the Chase, and a lot of it's the same thing. It's just a different costume. But very cool. I'm happy. I think it was a perfect idea for a Chase. One of the best executed Chase figures from Mattel, I think, so far, since the Chase line has picked back up in the last year or so. As we know, they did it back at the beginnings of Mattel with like the John Morrison variants and stuff like that. So there you go. You guys tell me in the comments, what's your favorite Ted DiBiase figure? Do you guys got a favorite? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And for the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.